Good morning, everyone in River Valley. This is Dr. Rocky Marsh, Vice President of Membership Engagement. Thank you for joining us for our Thursday talk. Am I glad? Do I have everybody? Yes, we're glad to see you this week. We do have a special guest this morning who's going to talk to you about an amazing opportunity that we are bringing here to Columbus, Georgia. So I'm very excited. Before we get into our special guest, I want to start it off with our Vice President of Business, Mr. Monte Boynton, with the business tip of the day.
Good morning, River Valley. Good morning, Columbus, as I'm sitting out here in our uptown area today, enjoying some coffee over here at the sea. So whenever you guys get a chance, please make sure that you're shopping local. But again, good morning, millionaires. Good morning, River Valley. Happy, what is this? Kids back
Black
in
Business
school.
Month.
Happy August. The kids back in school, so I'm not counting as much. I'm waiting for them to get up out of here. But guys, I'm going to deliver you guys the business tip of the day today as soon as I get into my notes. What we're going to talk about is your personal debt could be blocking your business funding. I know you guys love to hear me talk about business funding. It seems like much as all I talk about, but that's actually what is the biggest gap in Black-owned businesses is the capital that we're able to get for our business so that we can strive, maintain, and have a successful business. That's the biggest gap, guys. So many business owners think they need more revenue to qualify for business funding, but sometimes what they really need is less personal debt. Today's lenders don't just evaluate your business, they also evaluate you personally. For many business loans, lines of credit, SBA programs, your personal financial profile plays a major role in the approval process. Here's why it matters. Your high personal debt can lead to higher DTI, which is your debt to income ratios, reduced monthly cash flow, high credit utilization, lower credit scores, increased lending risk. To a lender, that may mean one thing: higher risk. So a smarter strategy, instead of applying for funding over and over and over again, start by strengthening your financial foundation. Consider a strategy that focuses on consolidating your high interest debt into one manageable payment. So if you have a lot of revolving debt, a lot of different credit cards, maybe personal loans and things like that, consider consolidating that all into one lower interest debt into one manageable payment, so you're not focused on all these different accounts. Paying down your revolving credit card balances, that's 30% of your credit score is going to be your utilization. So the more we get that down below 30%, then the higher our chances become when we go to get business funding. Lower your monthly debt obligations, improving your debt to income ratio, creating more available cash flow. The goal isn't simply to lower your payment, it's also to improve your overall funding profile. And remember, guys, lenders aren't just looking at your personal credit score, they're looking at your personal credit profile. I can make an 18-year-old have a 760 on tomorrow, but that doesn't mean they're going to walk in the bank and be able to get $100,000 in business funding because their actual credit profile is not fundable. So think like a lender. When a lender reviews your application, they're asking, can this borrower comfortably afford another payment? Do they manage debt responsibly? Have they managed high limit debt before? Is there enough disposable income to support repayment? Does their financial profile show stability? Every dollar you free up each month can strengthen your position for future funding. So don't wait until you're denied to improve your financial profile. A strategic debt reduction plan can lead to better approval odds, higher funding amounts, more favorable interest rates, improved cash flow for your business. And remember, business funding doesn't always start with the application. It often starts with the strategy. And if you join us on next Thursday, then you'll have that strategy so that you're able to obtain business funding. So, guys, that has been the business tip of the day. My name is Monte Boynton, VP of Business Affairs. I'm going to kick it back to Dr. Rocky Marsh.
Hey, thanks, Monte. And listen, I just want to go back to next week. Am I correct? Or do you still have seats available? Because I do remember seeing it sold out. What are we doing?
So they are sold out, but we possibly can open up for another 5 tickets if you guys can shoot us an email and or a inbox via our social media platforms. And I think I may be able to squeeze 5 more tickets. So if you're wanting to get your business properly structured, want to get your business credit profile properly structured so that you can obtain funding for your business to grow, then definitely reach out to us again via email or our social media platforms via inbox.
Hey, thanks, Monte. Listen, if you just heard that amazing opportunity, do not miss out. We get these emails text, inbox message all the time. I want to know more. I want to learn more. We are providing the opportunities, and next week is just one of those opportunities. So don't miss out. Thanks, Monte. Thanks for the info. Let's keep it moving. Ladies and gentlemen, we do have a special guest. We have recently completed our small business revitalization grant season. A lot of people were blessed, but we are still on the path for empowering and increasing your exposure and access. We want to increase your access and exposure to more potential customers and more opportunities. We have the person who is just for the job. She will be coming from traveling all the way from Atlanta, Georgia, down to Columbus, Georgia, for a special session, one night only, as they say, people, one night only education seminar. There's potential to expand it. But if you're thinking of getting your business exposed nationally, did you hear me? Nationally, regionally, exposing your business to more customers, more businesses, we have the information seminar for you. Here with us today, Ms. Crystal Spellman. She's going to talk more about her upcoming class, what she does, and what she can do for your business. Ms. Crystal, good morning. Thanks for joining us.
Good morning, Rocky. Thank you all for having me. I'm excited about being here today, and I'm excited about the workshop next month. So, um,
Listen, you're not more excited to me because I've been trying to track you down for a year. I finally found you, and now I can't let you go. So now we have
I'm
you.
here.
So now we have you because so one thing we wanted to do, we was interested in is getting businesses more exposed. And one of the things that you and I talked about was
Mhm.
even we are a chamber of minority small business owners, minority and women owned businesses. And one
Mhm.
thing we was already interested in, because sometimes that can carry a stigma, the minority
Mhm.
owned business, black owned business, women owned business. But the advantage is sometimes there are businesses who are looking for that demographic of business owners, but we just can't make the two connect. What can you do to help us bridge that connection?
So thank you for that. Yeah, so the small business certifications is one of the ways that I encourage businesses to connect so that they can make their businesses nationally known. And I'll just start off by saying, with my business, I started my business 12 years ago. The 20th of this month will be 12 years. And so when I started, I had people saying, you're a woman, you're black, you should get certified. And I'm like, okay, but what is it? How do I do it? Everybody's telling me to do it, but nobody's telling me how to do it. And thank you so much, Mate. And what to do. And so I had to figure it out on my own. And so, I figured out what it was. I figured out how to use it to position my business. And so it's been a positioning tool that has helped me over the 12 years that I've been in business. So on September the 12th, what we'll be doing is I'll spend some time talking to the attendees about the different types of certifications. The focus of the workshop will be on the MBE, the Minority Business Enterprise Certification. But we'll take a look at the different ones because I like for businesses to know, what's out there and to understand which one is best for their business based on what it is that they do and who they're trying to sell to. Because not all of them, you may not need all of them because it may not be
Mm-hmm.
beneficial to your business. So we'll start it off with that, and then we'll talk about, like I said, positioning because it is a positioning tool, right? So with this national MBE certification, it is recognized throughout the United States. It's not just a Georgia thing, and so you can businesses. You can, you'll get information, from the different states and you'll be recognized. And what it says to these different states and then these governmental agencies or corporations is that, hey, this minority business has been thoroughly vetted and they're less risky. Monte just mentioned about risk, right? So this lets them know that you are not so risky because you've been vetted by this governing body. Um, and also, just kind of piggyback on what Monte was saying too, what I tell businesses as we talk about the certification, the readiness piece of it, and what's required to get certified, because we'll dive into the requirements of it. There's documentation, and a lot of that documentation that is used for your certifications are the same documents that a Monte would need or would recommend that you have. So you're covering a lot of bases, and also for grants. You just talked about the SBR grant. So these same documents are needed. So it does help your business become ready so that you can get the exposure, because readiness is key.
Yeah. So let me take a break in there and trying to reset our viewers. If you're just joining us, watching us on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, or you're watching us a replay, this is what we have going on. Monte spoke earlier about a information seminar that he is leading, and additionally, Krista and I are having a discussion of an upcoming seminar that's coming to Columbus, Georgia on Tuesday, the day after Labor Day. Tuesday is it after Labor Day?
September the 12th.
September the 12th. So Tuesday, September the 12th, at the Cunningham Center, Miss Crystal Spellman will be on ground in class delivering a certification course to get you MBE, Minority Business Certified, where you will be recognized throughout the state of Georgia and the nation. So let's say you got a business like Crystal, who is a consultant, she's doing a class, and maybe somebody in Tennessee say, I like your product. Would you mind delivering this course? But because she is certified, she is recognized, and she is registered, she can be sought out nationwide. So if you have a product, I'm glad she mentioned this because not all businesses are built the same. Crystal, if I could, because we are looking forward to that course. I think we're going to start at, I believe it was 6 o'clock. We're starting at 6, and we're going to go all the way to 7:30, 7 o'clock ish. I believe we kind of clocked it at 2 hours.
And I'll be there, as long as I'm needed.
Sure, sure. Now, this is the theme. See, we always want to do the education piece, but you're giving us information how to take the next step. See, that's the thing. Taking the next step, going to get registered. And I already know the answer to this question, but for the sake of our audience, when I go register, is it free, Crystal? I already know the answer, but I just want to hear you say it.
Right. So the MBE, the Minority Business Enterprise Certification, is the governing body is the NSMDC, the National that NSMDC, the National Minority Development Council. Is the certifying body. There's so many acronyms in government and certifications. But so there is a cost to become certified as an MBE. And so that is it's $600 to submit the application, and it has to be paid at application. So it's not free.
That's okay. But this is what we are in a position to do. So this course is not free. We do have, just for the sake of our viewers, the information that Ms. Crystal will be delivering. There's a cost for the course because we gotta make sure we pay Crystal to come down. So there's a discount for our members. So if you are thinking about joining River Valley Black Chamber of Commerce, head to our website, head to our socials, and you can join today. But if you are not a member, you're still welcome to attend. There's another cost. I think we're doing 24, I can't remember, it's 24-hour members and 30 for non-members. So no matter what, this is a very small investment for a very large payoff. And Monte, I think is correcting me. I think we're on September the 8th. Crystal, can you check that?
8th. Okay. Let's see. I thought I had 12th. Let's see here.
Because their shows show up and like, y'all said.
Yeah. I have it as the 12th, but we can confirm that the 8th works as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll confirm that it's the 8th or the 12th, but we'll definitely, Rocky, get that clarity.
Yeah, I think it is I think it's Tuesday after Labor Day because that's what clicked in my head.
Okay.
That's why I said that.
Okay.
All
Okay.
right, so we're going to confirm that, but I do have confidence it is September 8th. But this is the thing,
Okay.
people. What we are doing for you, for our members, for the business community is, yes, this is a small investment for a very large possible payout. And what River Valley Black Chamber of Commerce is going to do is we will award one free scholarship towards this certification. So guess what? If you spend $20 or $30 for the course, there's a chance that you could win a $600 value scholarship to for Miss Crystal to apply your organization for the MBE. That's kind of cool. Very good deal, in my opinion. So
Yes.
let's pack these seats and let's get someone nationally certified. Can't wait. Miss Crystal, I want to give you the last word. I really appreciate you joining us. I'm looking forward to you joining us on September the 8th. But
8th.
I want to give you the final word because I'm gonna give you a little grace because not only do you give this, you have other courses that you offer. So I'm going to let you do both. I'll let you give the other things that you offer, and then I give you the final word before we move on.
Yes. So we provide, different types of support services. And one of the main things that small businesses struggle with is actually bidding on contracts. So we do have a mastering the RFP process, and we talk about the different types of RFPs, and then based on the type, your response will differ. So I have a course, a training on mastering the RFP process, and then also a bid and contract readiness uh, workshop. And then there's also, we have a workshop on what happens after you get a contract. Because a lot of the trainings, you get and you hear about is about leading up to getting the contract, preparing you to get it. But once you get it, there's work that has to happen afterwards so that you're successful. And so we provide that type of support. But yeah, and so for this particular training that's on September 8th, I encourage anyone that has started the process and maybe you didn't finish it, you still have questions, or maybe your application was denied. This is the session that you want to be in so that we can help you figure out what your gaps are so that you can get those certifications. And then Rocky mentioned about, being in a room and, having the certification and being able to do training and things. I'll give a quick example of that. Last year in August, I went to a small business event in Augusta because I wanted to do business with in the Augusta area. So I went down to Augusta, and there were probably only about 15 businesses that showed up for that event. Well, that was good for me because I had the chance to talk to all of the people, the decision makers were in the room. And so since August the last year, I've done two workshops for the city of Augusta because I was there and I was certified, and that made it so easy for them to award me that work. So it can happen like that, you guys. I've been on calls and people ask for, okay, are there any MBE certified businesses that do this particular thing? So I always, you've heard the phrase, stay ready so you don't have to get ready. So, you want to be prepared and position your business so when that call comes, because it's not always going to be a solicitation, on the street that you have to respond to. Sometimes people are going to maybe call Rocky and say, hey, do you guys have an MBE certified business in your chamber that can come over here and do some paving or something like that, right? And it happens like that. So stay ready so that you don't have to get ready. And the goal of this workshop is so that you can either walk away with your application submitted or almost completed so that you know exactly what you need to push the button so that you can get certified. So I'm looking forward to it.
And we're looking forward to Crystal. Thank you so much. I want to thank Monte Boynton for giving us our business tip of the day. He was so kind to keep us straight on the date. He has even dropped the registration link inside the chat, but no worries. If you're watching us on replay, we will make sure to include that link in the comment section, so you can just for easy click. But if you at all else fails, visit rivervalleybcc.org or any of our socials, especially our Facebook events tab, where you can easily find the session is called Access Granted. Access Granted, and it will be held on Tuesday, September the 8th at the Cunningham Center, We'll be in the training room. The class will start at 6 o'clock, but the doors will be open at 5:30. And just FYI, the information desk at the Cunningham Center closes at 6 o'clock. Yes, we will still be in the building, but the person who's at the front desk will leave at 6 o'clock. So we're asking everyone to arrive on time or early so that we can start promptly at 6 and get our access granted certification on the ball. Ms. Chris, I want to thank you for joining us. Mr. Monte, thank you. If you are watching us live, I see Radiant Real Estate Services. Actually, now it's Radiant and Co. online. Congratulations to Radiant Real Estate Services on their rebranding, their launch, and their broker anniversary. Thank you again. My name is Rocky. In place of our esteemed president who is traveling, we wish her grace and mercy in her travels, Ms. Stephanie Quinones. My name is Rocky Marsh, your VP of Business. I'm trying to take Monte's job. This is Rocky Marsh, Vice President of Membership Engagement. It's been an honor and pleasure. We salute y'all. Have a good Thursday. Thank y'all.
Have a good day. Thanks.
Thanks.